Kim Zolciak has come a long way since viewers of The Real Housewives of Atlanta first met her in season 1. At the time, Kim was a single mother of 2 with an interest in music. And now, Kim is a mom of 6 who is currently going through a divorce from Kroy Biermann, whom she met during RHOA season 3. Andy Cohen has been a witness to her transformation and can't get over how much she has changed. Kim recently appeared on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, where they talked about her life today. More on that down below. During her appearance, Andy also made a keen observation about Kim now, compared to when he first met her. "I was telling Kim, since I saw her the first time, I met you at the season 1 Atlanta reunion. And you look younger now than you did then," Andy remarked. "I think we all do," Kim replied with a laugh. The RHOA season 1 reunion aired 17 years ago, in 2008, and was a lot more casual than the reunions today. But Kim revealed to Andy that she's no longer wearing as heavy wigs as she used to back then. Andy Cohen reveals the Kim Zolciak keepsake he keeps in the WWHL Clubhouse. Andy has even held on to a personal possession from Kim that he keeps at the WWHL Clubhouse, one of her wigs. Andy showed off the sandy blonde wig, sitting on a wig stand during Kim's recent visit to the Clubhouse. "By the way, Kim, you know that we bought your wig when you were selling your things," Andy told her. "How did you feel about the fact that we actually bought it?" Kim's response, "I was like, what? Andy? Who bought my wig? I had no idea," she replied. "It's an honor to have it," Andy remarked. "It's a beautiful wig. It's really heavy." What is Kim Zolciak doing now? Kim is still going through her divorce from Kroy, which has been ongoing since 2023, but she has also moved forward in her life. During her appearance on WWHL, Kim revealed that she has been living in her own place, which she moved into in February, co-parenting her 6 kids, and has been dating someone new. "He's just great," she said, as seen in the video above. "You know, I just sat in that house and just worked and tried to take care of everything for 20 months, and I finally met someone great," she explained. The WWHL Clubhouse had seen countless guests, confessions, and cocktails, but when Kim Zolciak walked through the doors again, it was like a time machine jolted awake. Andy Cohen leaned forward with a grin, eyes twinkling as if he were watching a favorite character return for an encore. 17 years, Kim. Can you believe it? Kim adjusted her sleek blonde hair, far lighter and more natural looking than the towering wigs of her RHOA debut, and let out a low laugh. "No, Andy. 17 years ago, I was rocking wigs heavier than my toddlers. Now look at me, lighter, brighter, and somehow younger." Andy raised his glass in mock disbelief. "That's the part that kills me, Kim. You actually look younger than when I first met you." And in that moment, with the studio lights glimmering off her polished smile, it was hard to argue. The wig that wouldn't quit. The conversation flowed, as it always did with Kim. They reminisced about that first reunion, long before glam squads, before meme culture, before "don't be tardy" was a household phrase. Kim was just a single mother of 2, chasing a dream, rocking wigs and chain-smoking her way into Bravo history. But then Andy pulled out his secret weapon, the wig. Sitting proudly on a stand, the sandy blonde relic looked like an artifact from a bygone era, 1 part camp, 1 part crown. Kim's jaw dropped. "Andy, you still have that?" "Of course," he said with a flourish. "We actually bought it when you were selling your things. It's the crown jewel of the Clubhouse." Kim blinked, then broke into laughter. "Are you kidding me? I had no idea. Out of all the things, my wig?" "It's more than a wig," Andy teased. "It's history. It's a symbol of your evolution. Heavy, bold, impossible to ignore." And maybe he was right, because that wig, much like Kim herself, was unforgettable. A life rewritten. Behind the humor, though, the conversation turned reflective. Kim spoke candidly about her divorce from Kroy Biermann, a love story that had once seemed like a Bravo fairy tale. They had met during season 3, built a family of 6, starred in their own spin-off, and for years projected the image of reality TV's most unlikely happily ever after. But life rarely follows a script. I spent 20 months in that house, Andy, Kim admitted, her voice softer than fans were used to. Just working, trying to hold everything together, taking care of the kids. It was hard. Andy nodded, the room falling quieter. For all the drama Bravo viewers craved, the truth of heartbreak hit differently. But Kim added, her lips curving back into that familiar smile, there's always a next chapter, and I've started mine. She revealed she'd moved into her own place in February, co-parenting the kids while finally stepping into independence again. More surprisingly, she had started dating. He's just great, she confessed, eyes lighting up. I wasn't even looking, I just met someone. After everything, it feels good to have hope again. The Clubhouse spell. As the show wrapped, Andy did what Andy does best. He reframed the moment into Bravo lore. So let's get this straight. You walked in here 17 years ago with heavy wigs and even heavier storylines. And now you're lighter, freer, dating someone new, and your old wig lies here like a shrine. Kim threw her head back, laughing. Basically, yeah. But later, after the cameras were off, Kim lingered in the clubhouse. The wig sat on its pedestal, staring at her with eerie familiarity. For a moment, she imagined it whispering to her, reminding her of late nights, of smoky arguments, of confessions in stretch limos. The wig had survived everything: scandals, divorces, hit singles, and spin-offs. It wasn't just hair, it was memory. Kim touched the strands gently. You were heavy, she murmured, but damn, you carried me through. Andy, passing by, caught her in the moment. Careful, Kim. That wig has powers. People say anyone who touches it relives their Bravo past. Kim smirked. Then maybe I'll borrow it for my next chapter. Reinvention on her own terms. The truth was, Kim Zolciak had always been a master of reinvention. She turned a reality TV debut into a career, a romance into a brand, and wigs into icons. Now, with divorce papers pending and 6 kids depending on her, she was rewriting herself once again, not as someone's wife, not as Bravo's most dramatic blonde, but as Kim on her own. The tabloids buzzed with speculation about her finances, her relationships, her future. But Kim had learned something over the years. People would always talk. What mattered was what she chose to believe. And lately, she believed in herself. Epilogue: The Wig's Promise. Weeks after her WWHL visit, a package arrived at Kim's new home. Inside, wrapped carefully in tissue paper, was the wig. A note, written in Andy's unmistakable scrawl, read, "For the next chapter, may it remind you where you started, but never weigh you down again." Kim laughed, shook her head, and placed the wig on a shelf in her closet, not to wear, but to honor. Because she didn't need it anymore. The wigs, the headlines, the drama, those had built her, but they no longer defined her. Kim Zolciak, the woman who once smoked on camera in skyscraper wigs, was moving forward, and this time, she was lighter than ever. The Bravo curse. Kim couldn't shake Andy's words. That wig has powers. At first, she dismissed it as one of his playful exaggerations. After all, Andy Cohen could spin a napkin into Housewives lore if he wanted to. But later that night, lying awake in her new home, Kim's mind wandered. Hadn't that wig seen everything? Her feuds with Nene, her whirlwind romance with Croy, her infamous "don't be tardy" performance. That wig had absorbed chaos like a sponge. In the Bravo universe, props had energy. Vicky's casserole dish, Teresa's flipped table, the bunny Lisa Rinna returned to Kim Richards. They all carried echoes of the drama. So why not her wig? Kim laughed to herself. Leave it to me to have a haunted wig. Flashbacks in blonde. Days later, she pulled the wig from its box, just to see it again. The weight of it surprised her. She slipped it onto her head, not to wear out, but as a private experiment. Instantly, memories rushed in. She was back in that limo, singing off-key into a phone camera. She was trading barbs with Nene, half laughing, half crying. She was walking into season 3, spotting Croy for the first time on that football field. It wasn't spooky, it wasn't cursed. It was grounding. The wig wasn't just heavy because of the stitching. It carried 17 years of her story. Kim pulled it off and set it gently on the stand. "You did your job," she whispered, "but I'm not that girl anymore." A hint of a return. The next week, Andy called. "Kim," he said, voice bubbling with mischief, "you won't believe the conversations happening at Bravo right now. The fans want more. Your WHL episode blew up online. People are saying you look better than ever. They're calling it a comeback." Kim arched an eyebrow, even though Andy couldn't see her. "A comeback? Andy, I've got 6 kids, a divorce, and a new man. My plate's already full." "Exactly," he shot back. "That's a show right there." She laughed. "You never quit, do you?" "Let's just say," Andy teased, "the wave might not be the only relic making a return." Kim hung up smiling, her mind spinning. She'd sworn off cameras after Don't Be Tardy ended. But wasn't Reinvention what she did best? The mystery man. One evening, her phone buzzed with a simple text from him, the man she'd been quietly seeing. "Dinner tonight?"